Hi guys, this is Don Phillips and welcome to another episode of the Supernatural Files. Stop, cut, I'm calling bullshit. You know what? It amazes me. All these years of argument and conjecture, all these years science and skeptics and cynics have totally ignored what's totally in front of them. Do you know what? I get it. Paranormal community. Look at this orb. Then you've got mediums. It's got a face. I feel it's this. It's a guy. He's looking for his wife. It's this. There's, is it any wonder? I think today we need a little bit of a clean up, don't you? First off, I would say me, but obviously me and others. And I'm talking about evidence which is beyond doubt, not wishy-washy or things open to interpretation. When you get voice replies like this, that is an amazing recording. Yeah. Tim, can you hear that?
Yeah, that shouldn't be here.
Bob, no, I can every word of that. You know, how much longer can we go on? Not us, can the cynics and skeptics and science, well not science, because they don't want to get involved. That's obvious. How long can we deny, or they deny, the existence of the afterlife and these guys? And there's two things in play here. Either that is real speech from the guys in the afterlife, those that have passed and the undesirable, or Don Phillips has been faking stuff for the last shitload of years and yet no one's been able to prove it. And despite the fact there is one, I'm not going to call it this person a cynic, a skeptic, I'm going to call him a cynic. They actually put out a thing, and I know that this is directly in relation to me because I got a heads up. Is there any audio experts out there that can analyse these recordings? They were trying to disprove that my recordings and my interactions with Becky and the guys were real. Good luck with that one. Like I said, you know what, guys? How long is it going to take before people accept? You know, you're looking stupid right now. Everybody can see and hear quite clearly what is going on. You know what? I'm at the point, I'm calling bullshit on all those people that discredit the work of investigators. Investigators, you know, it's not just a hobby. It's not just a hobby. It's a lifetime's work for a lot of people. Sure, there's good, and there's bad, and there's delusional. But skeptics, again in a positive sense, and cynics in a negative sense, they will always pull the worst examples they can to support their own claims. That is all rubbish. And we're talking, you know, they'll say like things like, yeah, but you know what, this was disproved in this because they did these experiments. This was years ago. Years ago. We're not talking tape recordings anymore. You know? I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you are going to conduct another experiment in the 21st century with the modern technology, that's a whole new experiment. Let's not start resorting back, talking about experiments that were 10, 20, 30 years ago. You know? Things have moved on a whole lot right now. And the same with the voice recorders. I mean, come on, seriously. What's the argument? Oh yeah, it's radio waves, it's this, it's that, it's everything else. This is a voice recorder. These are digital voice recorders. I have never ever picked up a stray radio wave because the frequencies are totally different. And you know what? If people actually did the research and looked at the frequencies of radio waves and what these record at, you would find they're two different things. Not less to mention the fact that the stuff I've had on walkie-talkies, yeah, there's an argument, it's a walkie-talkie, it could be a taxi, it could be that and everything else. But you know what, we have to look at what's being said at the time. Oh, a guy delivering a pizza. You know, I mean, you know, a guy delivering a pizza, I was murdered. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy's going to say that. You know, let's just take a couple of examples now of recordings I've actually had through a walkie-talkie when I'm talking with the guys.
Okay, this is the mortuary, and this is a fridge where we used to store the bodies. Now, it's a bit noisy outside at the moment, but I think it would be a good idea for me to get inside up there on one of these trolleys, slab things, whatever you call them. Close the door, see if we can get any recordings. Certainly, that's better. Okay. I'm going to climb inside there. I've got Jamie with me. Jamie, you can close the door.
Yeah, no problem.
And leave me in there for a couple of minutes. I'm going to see if I can get a recording. I'm just going to record in there now. I'll be back in a minute. Push it. Okay, Jamie.
As I lay in the place where I previously dedicated, it wasn't long before I was surrounded by voices.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah?
I've got a gentleman here. He just said you would be perfect.
It would appear it wasn't just me and Rachel using the walkies. The spirit replies to a comment I made saying, "That's right."
At the moment, I'm actually in the mortuary, laying inside the thing on the slab with some guys talking to me. Okay. There is people in there talking to me. Spirit people. Oh, absolutely. One of them says, "You're perfect for this," or something.
And also, there's also this fantastic little clip of video when we did the orphanage, and Jamie Williams was with me. Jamie was still getting to know me. We'd done the Mill Street Barracks, but as you know, guys, me and the guys in communications is a whole new level. And we went into this. I went into this chapel area, and they lit a candle. And I actually said, "This is a chapel or something." And the little girl said, "Candles burn." And Jamie said, "What was that?" Check this out.
Okay, so that's some replies in the fridge. I think this could be the old chapel of rest here. So we've still got the cross on the wall, we've got a little altar here and picture of Jesus and things. So let's give this one a try.
The encounter was sounded like a young girl in the chapel who proceeded to say, "Candles burn."
First Mass is now ready. Thank you for that. That was beautiful, wasn't it, Gary?
What was that?
That's a lady's voice.
Then, when the call came in about Alison, we had to abandon this session and make our way to her.
That's Rachel.
Hello? I'm just in the back.
Yeah, we see you.
Can you send yourself and John to where they filmed the dream sequence in Hollyoaks? Because we don't know where we are. Quick. Alison knows it real very well.
Are you?
I'll have to go back up in a minute and
Now,
speak to John. Get hold of John and I'll send him up there. Is that where you are? The Hollyoaks dream sequence?
yeah, we need to get both really quick. She don't feel very well.
Okay. I've got to go and talk with my team who seems to be in a bit of a problem, so I'm going to be back very, very short to continue to speak with you. So thank you for that. I'll be back very shortly. I've got to cut this short because Alison's a bit of distress apparently for some reason, so I've got to go and sort that out and then I will be back.
How incredible was that? Okay, now also, I need to apologise to you guys. I said we was going to do a YouTube live this week or last week. That didn't happen, and the reason for that is, and this is the Becky shed. We've had torrential rain, which means it totally impedes any attempt on communications, and all you can hear on the roof is because this is a tin place. Okay. So that's why there's not been any supernatural files for the last couple of 3 weeks. I mean, in Seattle, oh my God, when it rains, guys, it rains. Okay, getting back to this argument about the ambient sound resembling speech. I've mentioned this many, many times before, and you know, I'm not going to give up on this because, like I said, I'm calling bullshit on all the arguments. I have destroyed all the arguments, all the straw man arguments. I did a case a few years ago. A lovely lady called Louise Duncan. She asked me to go out and check the place out because her partner didn't believe that she was experiencing things and the dog was having problems and there was a whole lot of shit going on. She was actually ready for moving out. She'd sold the place. But she wanted to get validation. So me and Alison, who was then, this is my old team, GSI Paranormal UK, many, many years. Oh my God, it's a lot of years ago now, isn't it, Alison? Jeez. How old are we getting?
Louise has called us out this evening to, Bartleby. Is it Bartleby? Bartleby. Because she suspects she has guests. She's moving out very, very shortly, but before she goes, she'd like us to find out exactly if there was anybody there that she doesn't know about. Louise, what have you been experiencing in there?
We've had people running up and down the stairs, person running up and down the stairs, doors closing behind me and they don't swing, a massive flash of light. The dog has been very scared so much that she's weed on several occasions, so she doesn't usually do that.
Anyway, Alison, absolutely fantastic person, wonderful woman in every respect. We went out to see Louise, and during the investigation I put a camera up in the corner on top of the fridge freezer, just in the kitchen area. Out of all the places, I mean, I got a lot of interactions with a lot of spirit people, to the point that Louise actually rang her partner up at that time.
If you don't believe me, when I was checking my voice recorder and working out how to do it, I've just emailed it to you. Just listen to it. Alright? He saw the text, we were checking the voice recorder. We know. We know. Listen, but seriously, listen to it. It starts. Yeah, I'm fine, it starts straight away there. Well, you can hear somebody breathing, and then there's a lot of it when we walk around the house. It's kind of like somebody kind of clicked. One of them said that they want to play. We're going to play with you. One of them said, help. One of them said, help me. There's a teacher in the kitchen.
But you know what? This is the thing. Oh my goodness me. This very old, I say very old, but it was kind of an old, I don't want to be disrespectful, you know the word wench? Come on, listen to this. It sounded like from many, many years ago, you know, the way people used to talk. And this just bellowed out. And John, this wasn't on a voice recorder. This was actually the camera audio that actually picked this up. It was absolutely incredible. And again, guys, let's have a listen to the ambient sound that resembles speech.
petrified. And it's not thinking and freaking yourself out, just all of a sudden, when I sit in the bedroom and dry my hair, I could always see something behind me. And every time I'd have around, there was nothing there. There was nothing, it was dark, whatever it was. I had a full poster bed with white drapes.
Okay.
So, nothing behind me whatsoever. No pictures on the wall. But I could see out the corner of my eye.
But we think we've established the gentleman running up and downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
When we said how old, how clear was that? 17.
17.
How old are you? 17. What was his name?
Matthew.
Come and listen to this. Come and listen to this. Come and listen to this. Come and listen to this.
That audio in itself is absolutely fascinating, isn't it? How fantastic is that? There is no other explanation for that. There was myself, there was Alison, and there was Louise Duncan. Fantastic lady. We was in the kitchen, and that is what was captured on the camera audio. Explain that. Alternative explanations? I don't think so. Stop! People, please stop going around, to who it may concern, going around to people's houses. You know what, I get it, you know what, you think you're a medium. Some may be mediums, maybe not, but the problem is this. You join a circle, they say, oh, you know what, you're a medium. Oh, fantastic. And everybody buys into that. You buy into that. Fantastic, I'm a medium. No. A lot of the times you're not. You're just being convinced that you are. And that has a detrimental effect on any clients that you actually go to see. One such lady was Jillian. And you know, I know this because I've spent so many goddamn years going around mopping up everybody else's shit that they've caused through their delusional beliefs. And this is Jillian. She had some genuine paranormal activity going on in her house. One of the things was the actual oven door, the glass, it exploded. She assumed straight away it's paranormal based on what she'd been told. I'm not totally convinced by that. You know, we need to check if there's a recall on certain equipment, as this happened before to other people. It's not necessarily always paranormal, but people get into a certain mindset, especially when they're being brainwashed by idiots. Let's just take a look at Jillian now, her emotional state when I arrived.
I'm Jillian, and I've been experiencing quite a few things happening. In my other house where I lived prior to here, it's all started with my boyfriend seeing something and getting dragged out of bed. Lots of things happening, knocks, bangs, creaks, scratches on the pillow, my son being scared during the night. Bradley was 6 at the time when this all started happening. Like I say, nearly 2 years ago, I've been going through this and I've been living it. It is real. This has been my life for coming up to 2 years, and it's been terrifying at times, really scary. It's hard to describe things that do happen, especially when it happens when I'm on my own and I'm telling people this is real. This is real life, I'm living it. My son is seeing things and heard things. My daughter, Rebecca, she's 20. She's seen and heard things. Like I say, it did start in the other house, in the other property where I lived. And then it's continued here. I moved in this house almost 11 months ago, and it's been continuing here. Started off with lights getting switched on and switched off, being locked in the house, couldn't get out, banging, scratching, smells, terrible smells at times, these smells just come around me.
Jillian,
And they walk from one way.
as you already said, people that have not experienced what you've experienced, they don't realise the devastating effect it can have on you, both your family life, well, many aspects of your life.
Of course.
When I initially spoke to you on the phone, without any disrespect for you, you sound quite desperate.
Yeah, very desperate.
Okay. What's the main activity you've been experiencing in here? You said something about one of the most recent things. Sorry, was your cooker, wasn't it?
Yeah, stood at the cooker here, doing tea one evening, and the oven door here just smashed while I was stood in front of it.
Was it closed at the time?
It was closed.
So it didn't fall down and break?
It didn't fall down. It was nothing from within the oven. The smash was actually on the outside of the door, showering me with glass.
Showering you with glass?
Yeah.
Where did it shower you with glass? Whereabouts?
It just all over my legs and feet.
Oh, I was going to say, I was just trying to... Or did it...
No, it was just downwards over
What
my
were
legs.
you doing actually on at the time?
The oven was on, I had some food in the oven, and like I say, it didn't happen within the oven, it happened on outside of the oven.
Okay, so I know you've got visitors, guests or whatever, okay, we've already confirmed that, obviously, which you can explain about in a minute.
Yeah.
But what I'm also interested in doing is the experiences that you've had, such as that,
Yes.
because you know you've got guests before I arrived, you suspected it, and you've had lots of things going on.
Yes.
We will still, nevertheless, try and find another explanation for it. So, like one of the things I do, for example, I'll take the make and model of your cooker, I'll Google it, see if there's a flaw in anything, whether anyone else has experienced the glass on you breaking.
Of course, yeah.
So if we approach it like that, one thing at a time, you know, if they're not, fine.
Yeah.
We still don't know what exactly has caused it. We can't attribute it to what you're experiencing.
Yes, of
because
course.
we will never actually know.
Yes. Yeah.
But in your mind, it will automatically link everything up.
Yeah, that's right.
Because of the frame of mind you're in at the time.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll do this evening. We'll go through each thing, we'll write it down.
Right.
Try and debunk it. Okay. And I'll get back to you with the results on that. In the meantime, yes, obviously we've got guests. Would you like to explain what we've already done?
Yeah, when Don came in, he confirmed that, you did confirm that I have got guests and visitors here. Also, you've taken a recording and there's a clear voice on there.
Yeah, so it's a male voice, isn't it?
It's a male voice, very clear, and it is there and it is real.
But that's a good thing because he spoke back so clearly. And he is quite powerful.
Yes.
It does feel quite strong, well, very strong in here.
Yeah.
It means they're forthcoming.
That's right, yeah.
And we will be able to talk to them. So we will be doing that throughout the evening as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
My job's not to scare you, but people have two choices. They can either know exactly what's going on, which is the route you wanted to take.
Yes.
In which case, you'll be with me while I do them things.
When I initially spoke to you, I wanted your help because I don't want to live my life like this anymore. I'm fed up of it. I want a normal life for me and my family again. I remember what it was like being normal 2 years ago until all this happened. And it's not very nice having to come back to your home, which is your home, and you don't want to be here. And a couple of weeks ago I had to spend over a week out of my house because of things were getting too much for me.
I know you actually did move out.
I did move out.
Until just a couple of days because the was coming down.
Yeah, I moved out. I was away for 8 days, and unfortunately I've had to come back. Bradley's schooling and everything, and come back to try and sort things out and go back to normal. And this is what I want. I want my normal life back again. I can't live like this anymore. It's scary, it freaks me out, it freaks my children out. And going to bed every night being scared.
Sweet son. Yeah. If you want me to cut that, I will cut that. If you leave it, I'll leave it. But you know, at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. This is what I'm saying, that people do not understand the effect it has on people. They think it's all bunkum and everything else. But you know what? That's what we're here for. That's what we're doing. Sort of.
I am scared. I am really scared. I don't like it, what's going on. I really am. I don't like it.
I'll spell. We'll have a cup of coffee.
Jillian, this is what people need to understand, that when I come into a place and they go, oh, hi, I don't have this and that happening, you've got a mask on.
Exactly, yeah.
They don't realise how you're really
Exactly.
feeling. I do, that's why Sister when he came in.
I look me and my son in the bedroom on a night, 'cause I feel a bit safer in my bedroom, even though I know it's there. We go to bed early, we don't like to be in the dark, I leave the lights on, it really is freaking me out. It's not very nice.
Seriously? Okay.
Can I ask for Ellen to come in?
Jillian's now gone for a chat with one of the others, a little break. Helen. Hi Helen.
Hello.
Obviously you're Jillian's best friend.
I am, yeah.
Jillian had a little bit of an episode at the moment, she got a little bit upset.
But we only sit in the kitchen because there's no telly in the front room.
Okay.
Because every time she gets a telly, it just goes off, we'll see. So we tend to sit in the kitchen, but I won't go upstairs on my own if I go to the toilet. There's a group of us, a group of guys, we have girly nights and things, and I'm just not going
Primarily it happens around when she's on her own, doesn't it?
But there's one of our other friends, Claire, she's experienced things. She's had her hair pulled, and Bri haven't.
But you must have also gone through the kind of emotional pull as well, being a best friend.
Oh yeah, with Jill, yeah. Seeing her upset all the time, yeah, it's awful. I know when she hasn't slept, just everything, she's just terrified.
Right, we're back. It's now 10 past in the morning. We've had a couple of very, very, very nice cups of coffee. As you can see, my friend here is now smiling.
Yes.
Why is that?
I feel better now because I feel more understanding of what's been going on. We've asked some direct questions and had some direct answers, even a missing phone. We've been told where that is. And
that's where it was?
Yeah, and that's where it was. And of course, I do feel better about things and, like I say, direct questions and direct answers.
What about Becky?
Becky's been very helpful. And
Relax. It's not an X Factor audition.
I know,
just chill. No matter what you say, as long as it's truthful, that's it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, to sum up. Oh, you wanted to check the attic out, didn't you? Because you were pretty fearful of the attic, weren't you? So we're going to go up in the attic.
We're going to go up in the attic in a minute, and that's the last place we're going to check. And the whole house has been checked over then,
and we've done a little thing upstairs, haven't we? Just in case there was anything that wasn't nice. It's to you know. So we've sort of done a couple of things as well.
For a more understanding of how things are working in here now. And I was even being told that they're going to be quiet.
Yeah, that was quite funny, wasn't it? When I said, look, you're scaring this lady and everything, you know, do you realise that? You say sorry and you went, I'll be quiet.
That's right.
And that was a crystal clear reply, wasn't it?
Yes, very clear.
But, like I said to you, I'm not going to fib to you, I'm not going to say, I've gone and took them all with me and everything. The son that said they wanted to come with me.
That's right.
Yeah. Which is not a problem.
That's right.
As bizarre as that sounds to people that don't quite grasp that concept, you know, as bizarre as it sounds, you know. But you've been a lovely host.
It's been an eventful evening.
You make good coffee.
Thank you. And
they've spoken to you.
Yeah,
well now.
Directly to me.
Which is nice.
And answered a couple of my questions.
So, look at the camera and smile. Now look, that's going to be different from earlier. Anyway, before we go, one thing I've got to mention on camera, no disrespect to anyone intended, but you did have a certain person or persons that came round to have a look, see what's going on, and they did tell you something quite interesting about the attic, didn't they?
Yes.
What was it they said?
I was told that I have a dragon in my loft.
Yes, a dragon. Now, I've never ever come across a dragon or even spoke to a dragon, but as much as we're doubting it, because we're so open-minded, we're going to go upstairs to see if there's a dragon in the loft.
Yes.
absolutely brilliant.
Mhm.
He's made us feel safe and reassured now.
Yes.
So we now know that the spirits that are here with us are not going to hurt us, and that they're going to look after us, which they've told us tonight, haven't they?
More confident.
Yeah.
Not being at home.
It's just amazing some of the things that we've heard over the recorder, some of the things that they've said. It's been so clear.
Mhm.
It's been amazing.
The questions that we've asked
They've all been answered.
answered.
To Don and his team for coming.
Yes,
It's
thank you
been
very
a
much.
pleasure to
Yes.
meet you all. It's been fun, and I hope you're doing a paranormal investigation up here so I can come and join in.
Really, thank you, Don.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The girl was left absolutely devastated. More so after this well-known medium, who I'm not going to mention, had left. She was actually worse when they left than before they'd actually arrived. Because people are desperate for answers. They want experts. They just assume someone with a reputation like this well-known medium, who charges money for such things because they're so good. The expertise. This well-known medium told her, okay, get ready for this one, it's a pretty big one. She had a dragon in the attic. A dragon. Wow. I've never encountered a dragon in my lifetime. Would I be open-minded and say maybe there was a dragon in her attic? Absolutely not. Absolute bullshit. And you know what? People make shit up to justify the fact that they're charging money for their services. And these are real people with real emotions, and this affects their lives. I mean, look at the state of Jillian. Guys, do you know what? This shit's got to stop at some point. And do you know what? The thing is this. You think your house is haunted. Whether it is haunted or whether it's not, you think it is. And just that alone causes fear, genuine fear. Whether it is or whether it's not, the fear is exactly the same. I had a call a few years ago, Newcastle. Me and Jodie went to attend. Oh my goodness, it was a long drive. I think it was about a 7 or 8 hour drive. And we got there, and again, the woman was absolutely devastated because a medium had told her there was a demon attached to her child. This shit should be illegal. A demon attached to a child. She was totally devastated. Don, can you get rid of the demon? Sweetheart, there was no demon. This woman charged her money to tell her there's a demon attached to her child. So I went round, there was me, Tony, and I think it was Jodie. At the end of the evening, we'd resolved the situation, and I was just being polite. I said, hey guys, you cannot be here anymore because you are affecting this woman, her family, you're causing them distress. One of the replies was, I'm sorry. And you know, this is the thing people don't understand. These are highly intelligent beings. Don't start walking around with your sage sticks and giving it the Bible thing. You don't need to do that. These are people, talk to them. Guys, you're upsetting the family, please can you just go somewhere else? Well, be quiet. And have you any idea how tactful I have to be? Because, I mean, obviously, Becky's an integral part of my work and we're a big part of each other. Reading's that way you want. So, I had to actually speak to this single mother and explain that I got Becky with me and she helps me in my work. So she's got a haunted house. She's terrified, and Don turns up and he says, yeah, I brought a spirit with me to help me. a ghost to help me. As it turns out, I introduced Becky gradually over a period of time to a client, because it's not the normal thing, is it? I brought a spirit to help me to sort things out. At the end of the night, she loved Becky. And I said to Becky, can you reassure her that everything's going to be alright? And Becky went, everything's going to be alright. And she had a tear in her eye. I tried to call the said medium and give her some shit and say, you know, you're charging this woman to what? Bullshit her and cause her more problems, mental health problems, telling her that a demon's attached to a child. Can't get hold of her. Anyway, the situation was resolved. She was very happy. This was her final thoughts. Just take a quick look at this one, guys. Okay, you just told me something which is really quite alarming. Can you just repeat that for the camera? What happened?
I had get in touch with a medium and says about like things that's been happening in the house, and she told us that it was a bad entity.
A bad entity? Yeah. Which is clearly not the case.
No.
You've not experienced anything negative aimed towards you or your family, have you?
No.
This evening you've not heard any unpleasant voices.
No.
All you've heard is people trying to talk to you, basically. I know you found that quite shocking to start with.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel now?
I feel better about it now.
No, you know there's nothing here that's going to hurt you or your family. It is great concern that people will come in and tell you you've got an evil entity, charge you a few quid, and then just disappear into the night.
Yeah, and just leave us to it.
And just leave you to it. That must have had a real effect on you.
Yeah, I was terrified.
After that encounter, you was terrified.
Yeah, I've obviously heard a lot of stories about entities and what they're capable of, and obviously was saying something going into my daughter's room, and I was terrified in case like something started happening to them.
Do you know what? There is some bad stuff around. I'm not going to lie to you, but you've probably read about quite bad cases. There's not that many if you actually think about it. It's not the sort of thing you read every day in the paper, is it?
No.
Someone's been attacked, or they've got a poltergeist, or we beat them, or something like that. So, them cases do exist, but they are, by comparison to what I consider normal, if there's such a thing, they are extremely rare. Certainly not the case here. You've got a lovely family. You should be very happy, you know. Yeah. You know that there's guys here. You now accept that.
Yeah.
Well, am I putting words in your mouth? You tell me.
No, I'm fine as long as now I know that they're not here to harm me or my kids.
And we've had some absolutely fantastic replies tonight. Listen, you've got my number. Anything changes, stay in touch. Any questions, stay in touch. In the meantime, Kelly, it's been great to meet you. And I'm glad you're feeling a lot better now.
I'm really grateful to Don, everybody for coming all this way to help us. Obviously I've been terrified for the last 4 years, living with, thinking there was an entity in my home. And obviously the mediums didn't help. Just if anybody feels frightened or feels like there is something in their home, don't be scared to ask for help.
Like I said, these are real people, and what you tell people affects their lives and their mental health. You need to be aware of that. A mediumship, do you know what? I do lots of things that could be called mediumistic. I don't use labels because I don't want to be in that pool, you know, that I just don't want to be involved in that. And I mean, you know what, I'm not saying that all mediums are bad. What I will say is I'm yet to find one single person proclaimed to be a medium that can prove what they're claiming. And I'm not talking about cold reading. A few years ago, a guy said to me, he was a medium, pretty well-known medium, I'm not going to mention any names. He says, Don, do you want me to teach you how to do cold reading? That's fraud. That is fraud. Cold reading is fraud. And you know what? Most, not all, but most mediums catch on to this cold reading thing, and it's easy. I could host a night of mediumship. Do you know what? I would love to do this one time. I would love to do this. Get a hall, advertise it, get about 20, 30, 40, 50 people, 100 people in. Charge them all $10 a shot to come on in, and I'll connect to their loved ones, and I'll do this, and they'll be like, wow, Don is amazing. And at the end of the night, I would like to say, guys, that was all fake and that was all bullshit. I was just cold reading. Get your refund on the way out the door. I would love to do that. And do you know what? Maybe I will do that someday, because it's about educating the public. There's a lot of vulnerable people out there, especially when they've got loved ones that have recently passed. We need to call bullshit on stuff. No, stomp it. Bullshit. Including the straw man arguments against EVPs. I put out a video quite a while ago about EVP. It has nothing to do with ghosts. I'm going to actually link that in here, so make sure you check that out, because you know EVP, electronic voice phenomena, has nothing to do with the afterlife. Nothing. Without going into too much detail, electronic voice phenomena, by definition, ambient sound resembling speech. That's what EVP is. And this is why I don't use the term EVP, because what are you saying? Guys, skeptics, cynics, science, wow, listen to my EVP, listen to my ambient sound, which resembles speech, but it isn't really speech because it only resembles it. How does that make sense? Why would you want to label something that it's not? And this is why I came up with AVP many years ago, actual voice phenomena, real voice, real responses in real time to real questions. Do you know what? Tonight we're going to be struggling because it is terrible. It's that time of year, guys. I know, but we're going to see if we can maybe speak to one of the guys. Sorry, a few of the guys. Let's put that one on. Let's try all of them. Let's put that one on. Guys, do you know what I'm saying is we need to up our game. We really do. Everybody needs to up their game. Don't put evidence out which is open to interpretation, because that will be seized upon by cynics and skeptics, and if it's really crappy, it will be in support of their argument. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm not expecting anything tonight, because tonight is really bad conditions and the energy is not strong in here, but you know what, sometimes we can pull a rabbit out of a hat, so let's try that. Guys, Becky, you are denounced and denied your existence by many, many people. Anything you'd like to say to that? Wow. Like I said, tonight we will be struggling. I'm not expecting any miracles whatsoever. I'm not even expecting to be able to hear
Power on.
What these guys are.
Bluetooth ready to pair.
We don't want Bluetooth, thank you very much. We want
aux input mode.
aux input mode. Let's just see if we can actually hear anything from these. Again, you know, I'm not expecting any miracles tonight because it is bad, but you know, let's try. There is. Unfortunately, we've got to scrap that one because that was, again, no good. Which one was the other recorder I just used? you know. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, was it this one? Okay, let's try this again. Oh no, and you know what? I know which one it was. It was this one. Again, I'm not expecting anything tonight that's tangible, but you know what, we can try. Okay guys, this is Don Phillips, this is the Supernatural Files. Next time, hopefully it's going to be YouTube live. Just bear with me guys, I'm trying my best. Take care for now, look after your loved ones, look after your families. They're important, and I'll see you soon.